the teams that you were playing, it were different rules in different
Yeah.
states for the coach. So, so you guys might have not, you went through that, stretch where you might not did anything for a few weeks. Now you go play, I don't know, North Carolina, where they're different. They might have been practicing every day. Now it's already tough to go against the North Carolina team when you both, in shape. But now those steps behind going against, that's a lot, man.
No, yeah, it's totally like I remember last year. I could give an example. Well, I mean, first off, right before the season, of course, we had the bad luck of getting someone got it on our team, and then so we were in quarantine for 14 days, and then we had one practice, and then the first game came, and we're trying to get back into our rhythm again, get into our rhythm, and then like you said, I think it was beyond even states. Even in the same state, if you were in a different league, all the leagues had different things. So I think it was Buffalo.
Yeah.
They had different, COVID rules for their league or whatever. And something with the testing I messed up. And then, of course, the next day after the Buffalo game, um, I could say it now, me and Buddy test positive, and a few others start testing positive a few days after. So it was because of some testing confusion, which was different than obviously Syracuse's and the ACC's policies. So all the policies were different, and like you said, yeah, then you got to go into another COVID pause, on top of having it, and then come back and try and play in an ACC schedule, which, like you said, isn't even easy when you're in the best shape of your life.
Exactly. So you went through all those ups and downs last year, working your way back into shape, but it seemed towards the end of the year, not only yourself, but I think everybody on the team started to kind of find their rhythm, at the right time. We see Jesse, he's starting to, find his way. And then going into the tournament, you guys made that, unbelievable run. And you really played good, man. You were making shots, but I think the biggest thing was your floor game.
Yeah.
You were aggressive, getting to the basket, you were making good decisions, getting guys in their spots. What changed from the beginning of the year till then? Obviously, your shape and stuff like that, but was there anything else that really, stuck out to you that, you really worked on to get better?
Honestly, I would just say it was the mindset. Obviously, the cliche is, Houston March is different or whatever, but I really, after I started getting back into everything and, kind of, honestly, I could say I was even, stopped feeling sorry for myself for everything that was going on and stuff like that. I kind of got over it. My parents, family, all that kind of stuff back home was telling me, just, it's time to get over it. It's like now or never pretty much. And so the end of February, I'd say it really started happening. And then obviously in March it happened. But, I just kind of had the mindset like, it's like do or die time. And, guys like you and I who are competitors, when you kind of put that pressure on yourself and you put that, mindset on yourself, you usually succeed because you're going to try and do whatever it takes to win or try and do whatever it takes to play your best. And I think that's kind of what changed for me is that, I got excited to play again, and I got happy to play again. I was being positive. I was looking forward to games. I looking forward to practice and looking forward to working out and all that kind of stuff. And with me, basically, it's just a mindset game and a mind game. So, I changed my whole mindset pretty much at the end of the year. I wouldn't say I was really working on anything different or doing anything different. It was just, I was ready to play more and enjoying, basketball a lot more and just stuff like that.
And I'll tell you, bro, because I went through it too. I remember my sophomore year, I got sick. We were playing against Bristol. I didn't practice the day before. I was in the hospital, but I still played that game. And we ended up losing. I didn't play well. I had like 8 points or whatever. You know what I mean? But and again, I got into the mode where I was feeling sorry for myself. Why is this and that? But like you said, true competitors, real competitors, shake it off. Exactly. They shake that off, and then for me, what helped me is Coach Hop. Just talking to Coach Hop, and then kind of Coach always put that battery in my back, so to speak, to where if I was feeling bad for myself, he's like, "Oh, you better shake that shit off real quick," and then because it's a game of basketball, bro, and for guys like you especially, you were so used to winning early on in your career, going through high school, and then obviously freshman year winning, and so when sometimes when guys like us go through ups and downs, go through those bumps, and you can get in a little funk. So Hop helped me. Who was the guy that you went to on the coaching staff that really helped you kind of get out of that funk? I have an idea, but who was it?
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously G-Mac. He's been the guy who's been with me since I was 15 years old, 16 years old, recruited me. So he's just the one I was most comfortable with. I mean, honestly, all the coaches helped. They were all positive with me and all that kind of stuff. But, GMAC was definitely that guy who, kept pushing me. He never gave up on me. Obviously, coach never gave up on me either. He's always had my back, which, I really appreciate. But GMAC definitely, he was the guy who was always there, ready to work out. He was the guy who was always there, ready to help me in film. He was the guy who was always there during a game, pushing me, helping me, pick the reads, all that kind of stuff, whether it was on offense or defense. So I give a lot of credit to GMAC. And then, back to the mindset thing, it even goes with coach. You played for him and you were a competitor, and I know he got on you just like he gets on everybody else. And, you kind of have to understand, once you go through it a little bit, you kind of understand what he's doing. He's not yelling at you to get on you. He's yelling at you because he knows that, you're one of those MFers who's going to, kind of use it as fuel and put it into a positive way. So like I said, with the mindset, it kind of just translated to me. And once I got over, like I said, feeling sorry and all that kind of stuff, I kind of put it into play and use it all as fuel. And then, honestly, I actually in February, Jimmer started reaching out to me as well. Jimmer, he had obviously been following the season, I guess, and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of, helping me mindset wise, because he didn't really have much problem in college, but when his pro career started and all that kind of stuff, he kind of went through, waves and up and down kind of thing. So he gave me a lot of tricks of, what to do during the day when you're bored. Cause in China, he's on his own. He doesn't have his family, he doesn't have anybody there with him. So what to do during the day when you're, locked in a room or something, what to do mindset wise, how to approach a game when you're, locked in your room and all that kind of stuff. So I say obviously the coaching staff, GMAC and Coach Beha in particular, and then Jimmer, helped me out a lot at the end of the year.
So what does that mean to you as a player, bro? Because regardless of what type of player you have, when you have that type of support, especially from your coaches, Coach Boeheim and GMAC, and then, a guy like Jimmer reaching out to you, who was, one of the best college basketball players of all time. And he really should be a pro. It's just, how the politics come into play. But what does that mean to you, man, when your coaches have your back, when your coach is going out publicly,
right?
When you're struggling, going through some ups and downs, and saying, hey, this is my guy, what does that do for you? What does that do for you as a player?
It's just a big boost. And it's another, thing as competitive guys, like I said with coach, he's not going to say to your face that you're doing well, but he'll have your back to everybody else. And, obviously he's going to say to your face all the stuff he wants to say to, motivate you and make you competitive again. And like I said, at the end of the year, my mindset will change, all that kind of stuff change. And, I started to really realize what he was doing and what he's always been doing and why he's been so successful for 45, 46 years now and never had a losing season. So, when he does that stuff and he backs you, you kind of have to, say to yourself, all right, well, he's got my back, I got to go have his, and that's someone you want to play for. That's someone you want to, go to war for, go to play a game for, and do whatever you can to win, because he's going to publicly help you out. He's going to help you out behind the scenes, but he's also going to motivate you. And if you're not playing for someone who's passionate, you're not going to be passionate about it. So he really puts the fuel in the fire in you. But at the same time, it kind of, when you see him saying all that stuff and when you see him having your back and when he has your back, you kind of get that little fire underneath you that, even more so to go out and play for him and, help him win.
If a Hall of Fame coach, he's been coaching for 89 years, bro. So if if a guy who's been coaching for that long, goes out publicly and says that about you, I don't care what anyone else is saying. I don't care what Joe and Debbie are saying, who's sitting in row 3, or you know what I mean? Like all that doesn't matter, because we already know, bro, when you're a Syracuse basketball player, you have to expect this is what comes with it. You're gonna get the criticism, you're gonna get the ups and downs, you're gonna get people saying you this and you that. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what Jim Boeheim says and does. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. And he's, if anyone knows how to deal with it, it's him. Every year, like the dude is a Hall of Fame coach. He's won over games every single year. And then people still nitpick and find ways like, he should retire, he should do this. So that should just go to show you, like, when people are saying stuff about you, and again, you came in as a freshman and averaged 12.5 points. So that's pretty special right there. Not, most freshmen come in and don't even play.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think the biggest advice from me to you is just, man, keep playing, man. People are going to have something to say, good or bad. Oh shit, he shot too much. He scored 30, but he didn't pass. You know what I'm saying? Or you were 1 for 10, but you had 10 assists. Oh, he wasn't shooting. They always trying to point out them negatives.
No doubt. It's always
You know what I
get,
mean?
get the views and all that kind of stuff for sure.